Only on 2 tonight, we are getting a closer look at what it took to get a serial killer to finally answer to the murders of 3 women in Galveston and Brazoria counties. It was a big story this week. William Reece pleading guilty to those murders, but now in a rare interview, the Friendswood police chief is explaining how it all unfolded. Chief Robert Weiner sat down with our Robert Arnold. Robert, getting Reece back here was not easy.
No, it was not. That's because when Reece was transferred to Texas, he was facing a death sentence in Oklahoma. So transferring him from the custody of Oklahoma to Texas was no small task.
Laura, Jessica, and Kelly all deserved their day in court.
Those 10 words helped ensure William Reece was brought back to Texas after receiving a death sentence in Oklahoma.
This has always been about the families and about, the family's need for resolution to these cases.
After being convicted of murdering Tiffany Johnston in Oklahoma and sentenced to death last summer, Laura Smithers' mother, Gay, noticed he hadn't been transferred to death row from county jail.
2022 rolled around and he was still there. Deep concern set in.
Friendswood Police Chief Robert Wieners discovered the stumbling block was an agreement between Texas and Oklahoma signed in 2016. That's the year Reece came back to Texas to lead police to where he buried Jessica Cain and Kellyanne Cox.
The language was very specific about him having to return.
The chief says that agreement stated that before Reece served any sentence in Oklahoma, he had to first settle his debts with Texas. And at that time, Reece still had 41 years left on a Texas kidnapping charge. Friendswood police said outside counsel also reviewed the deal and agreed Reece had to come back. Plus, legal precedent shows a death penalty in one state doesn't automatically trump another state's rights to a defendant.
There was a frank discussion about the language of the detainer and the fact that he needed to come back.
A judge in Oklahoma agreed and released Reece to the custody of Friendswood police in March. By then, Reece had already agreed to plead guilty to the 1997 murders of Laura, Jessica, and Kelly. Smithers says what was not apparent in Wednesday's hearings was the 25 years of constant police work spearheaded by Friendswood that finally led to Reece answering for his crimes.
I mean, there were multiple agencies in multiple organizations who contributed, and I mean, everybody's role was essential.
They kept the families as the focus. They kept the girls as the focus, and they did their job.
Reece was given life sentences for each of the Texas murders. He is back in the custody of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, and TDCJ officials tell us they'll have a better idea in a couple of weeks as to when Reece may be transferred back to Oklahoma. The chief and Mrs. Smither tell us that as long as he's locked up and can't hurt anybody else, they don't care where he serves out his punishment. Reporting live from Friendswood, Robert Arnold, KPRC 2 News.